Feel like a glowy magical unicorn today. Oh yes, look at all that highlight. Now it is not the highlight challenge level of highlight, but I feel pretty good about myself right now. In other news, we had a good friend of ours, Lisa Canning. She's an interior decorator out of Toronto, and we hired her in to kind of like look through our house and help us redecorate. I am so excited for some of the upcoming projects. Did I mention she also has 5 kids? She runs her own business and has 5 kids. She's my role model of life. Hello everyone, I am here today to share with you guys a brand new buy, and that is on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits. And I've been meaning to do this video for a while now, and I've been testing them out, playing with different options and ways to wear them and layering them and all that fun stuff. And for those of you that are new to my buy or buys, I'm going to be sitting down, I'm going to be talking about the price, I'm going to be showing you different options. Today I even have some dupes, some drugstore dupes, and we're going to be rating them on an emoji scale, from 1 emoji to 5 emojis. And today I think I'm gonna do like the little sparkle one because, I mean, glow, sparkle, it needs to happen. Sometimes I struggle with the emoji rating, but this one feels like a good fit. So without further ado, let's get into this. So first I want to share with you which ones we're going to be reviewing today. I did not get all of them. I think there's 5. I have 3 of them because I'm sorry. It was like $40 to like ship these bad boys. So the 3 kits I'm going to be talking about today, one is the Gleam kit. I bought this from Sephora, as well as the Sweets kit, and this was purchased off the website, and then the MoonChild kit. So before we get into the specifics of each of these palettes, I want to go over price and the product itself. So first of all, we're going to talk about what it actually is. They are highlighting quads. Now the MoonChild one is 6, so it's a little bit different, but they are typically quads of different beautiful, lit from within, beautiful highlights you can wear on the eyes, you can wear them on the tops of the cheekbones, on the lips, basically anywhere where you want to get your glow on. Now it's listed on the website in US dollars for $40 per kit, including the MoonChild one, which has 6. Let's just call it spade a spade. That's a lot of money to spend on highlight. However, if you look at the price per gram, you are actually spending less money per shade than you would a drugstore highlight. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi per gram is actually more expensive than this entire kit, which is pretty cool. Now, if you're looking just to spend on one shade, then obviously this is the way to go. However, if you're looking to save money per gram, this is actually a better option. And I was also looking just for curiosity's sake, how much this costs versus the champagne pop, which I've also purchased from Sephora. I think per gram, about 3 times as expensive as this entire kit. So if you're looking to save some money, that might be a nice way to do it. The first one I want to talk about is the Gleam kit. That was the first one that I purchased. I talked about it in a Sephora haul, and it's a really beautiful palette. So they talk about it on the website as something that you can use more for an incandescent glow. It's supposed to be a lot more subtle. It's not as metallic as some of the other highlights that are out there. You can wear these wet or dry, which is another fabulous thing about this product. I think they're great for the eyes, for the lips, for the highlight on the tops of the cheekbones, all that fun stuff. There's just a lot of different ways that you can wear them. I love this palette in particular because it's more on the cool tone side of things. There's another one from Sephora, and it's much more warm tone, more golds and bronzes and things like that. But I like this one because it also has more pinky tones, which is really beautiful when you layer it on top of a blush. And it just adds this nice kind of a sheen to the cheeks without going like full frosting form, you know what I'm saying? Now these for me, as compared to on the website, are a lot more wearable everyday shades. I find they're not as metallic as some of the other ones I'm gonna get to in a second. And the colors we have here, we have Crushed Pearl, Starburst, Mimosa, and Hard Candy. And I've shown you guys the swatches. The top is dry and the bottom is wet, so you can see a little bit of a difference in terms of how they actually show up on the skin. So the one I tend to wear the most out of this entire palette is Crushed Pearl. I think it's beautiful. It looks so gorgeous on the skin, and I'll put it on the lids as well. And then the other 2 colors that I tend to wear a lot of are Starburst and Hard Candy. They look beautiful when layered over blush. They're still on the pinky tone, but not so pinky that they're gonna add a ton of color to the cheeks. So it's very easy to wear them and layer them on top of your unnatural cheek color that you're going to be putting on. Mimosa I do not wear a lot of, and I think it's because it is fairly similar to Champagne Pop, and I prefer Champagne Pop to this one. So overall, I think I'm gonna give this one a rating of 4 sparkles out of 5, and the reason being is that I use 3 of the colors consistently, which is great, and I think the texture is beautiful. It's very creamy and buttery, and it's beautiful on the skin. It's not sparkly in any way. It just gives this nice sheen to the skin. I find that it's not as like much of a pop on the cheekbones as I would like, but I like a really, really strong highlight. So maybe if you don't like something that's so strong and metallic, this would be a really good palette for you, and I highly, highly recommend it. It is beautiful. Next up is the Sweets palette, and this is a new one to my collection, and this has, again, the 4 shades. It has Marshmallow, which is an intense pearl with gold reflect, Sassy Grape, a lavender with blue reflect, Butterscotch, gold with white reflect, and Taffy, a fusion of peach, pink, and gold reflect, according to the website. And I think this one's really fun because it has that purple tone, which I was like, I saw that and I was like, oh, I don't know how to wear that, but I love it. When you swatch it, it turns into this beautiful lavender pink tone, and it's so pretty on the cheekbones. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with this color. I often mix Sassy Grape with Starburst from the Gleam palette, and that's beautiful on the skin. When I first opened up and I saw Marshmallow, I thought it was gonna be more of a green tint, but when you apply it, it is the perfect inner corner highlight. I actually have it on the inner corners of my eyes right now, applied with some MAC Fix Plus. And then these 2 colors up here, I don't tend to use them as a cheek highlight. I really use them a lot on the center of my lids though. It's really pretty for a bronzy toned eyeshadow look. But overall, very, very pretty shades, much more metallic, as you can tell from the swatches I did on my arm. Super crazy intense, and they're beautiful. Again, that same buttery feel with the powders. They're just so gorgeous. There's not a lot of dustiness. They're not chalky in any way. I think if I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be this one. It is so metallic and frosty and beautiful, and you can wear it in so many different ways. So I think if I had to pick one, it would be this one, and I would give it 5 out of 5 sparkles. We're talking like blinding level of highlight. It is gorgeous. And then lastly is MoonChild, which is probably the most unique of all of the palettes. So let's take a look at the swatches I have on my arm. So we have Blue Ice, which is diamond white with icy blue reflect, Star and Moonstone fusion of mint, platinum, and silver reflect, Purple Horseshoe, a glittering lavender with an Arctic blue reflect, Pink Heart, a pearl white with a pink opal reflect, Lucky Clover, a shamrock infused gold with canary yellow diamond reflect, and Blue Moon, a frozen blue with silver reflect. These are definitely the most interesting highlights I have ever tried, and they're really pretty. However, I will say, if you're just looking for a highlight, they're gonna pop onto the top of the cheekbones. Probably not the palette for you. However, if you're looking for something that's a little bit unique or something that you can wear for some really cool makeup looks or something, this is really, really fun. And it looks beautiful, wet or dry. Again, that really strong, frosty, metallic finish is gorgeous. And I can see a bunch of ways that you could be wearing this. So for example, if you're looking for a really classic highlight, this pink heart color is really beautiful and easy to wear. Blue Ice is really pretty in the inner corners of the eyes if you do maybe like Purple Horseshoe or Blue Moon and you wet like a damp liner brush and apply it like maybe on top of a black liner or something. I'm gonna be honest with you though, I don't use Star or Lucky Clover that often. I've been trying to play around with it a little bit, but I don't particularly like green highlights on my face. So this is a really fun palette. Do I think it's something you need to go out and buy right now? Probably not. So rating this one on emoji scale was difficult because the quality of the product is there. I think they are beautiful, really, really high quality highlights. However, because I don't reach for these colors as much as the other ones, I'm gonna give this 3.5 sparkles out of 5. They're beautiful, they're just not as wearable for me on an everyday basis. Now we're gonna go on to the dupes and comparing it to some other classics within the highlight community, if you will. So the first dupe I want to talk about is a drugstore dupe with the Lumi powder that I talked about earlier from L'Oreal. This is a pretty accurate dupe for the color on the Gleam kit in Crushed Pearl. They're very, very similar. They apply very similarly to the face. They both are really, really beautiful. So if you're looking for just that one color, the L'Oreal one might be a good alternative and a much cheaper option. However, it is nice again that you get all these other colors, you know what I'm saying? Another dupe that I wanted to talk about is the NYX Strobe of Genius palette, which has a collection of, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different shades. And I talked about this in a 5 first impressions, and I was using the purple tone as a highlight, and it looked so pretty on the skin. I will say I don't find these ones to be as pigmented as the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. However, there are a couple of very close dupes. I wouldn't say exact dupes, but if you're looking for something that's gonna cover sort of basically a little bit of every single one of these glow kits, this is a pretty good mix. And then lastly, I wanted to compare some of the colors to some of the cult classic highlights within the beauty community. One being MAC's Soft and Gentle, and then the other one being the Becca highlight in Champagne Pop. These are both beautiful highlights. I love these highlights, and I just wanted to see how these swatched and how they looked compared to some of the colors within the ABH palette. So I did not find an exact dupe for the MAC Soft and Gentle. This is much more of a peachy gold toned highlight, and it's beautiful. I found that it was a little bit similar to Mimosa, but Mimosa is more of a gold tone than Soft and Gentle. And then for Champagne Pop, I could not find something that was similar enough for me. It has much more of a neutral base and it looks beautiful on everyone. So I tried a couple of the different ones, but they all turned out to be too gold or too bronze. So, I mean, Champagne Pop is kind of on its own. And if you really like that shade, then I mean, go out and buy it because it is beautiful. Highly recommend it. And that's everything for this video. These palettes are a definite win in my book, a definite buy for me. I think they are beautiful. I think they're great, great quality and beautiful, beautiful highlights overall. So I highly recommend them. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite glow kit is and also which buy or buy you guys want me to do next. And if you see any suggestions in the comment section below that you really like, don't forget to give that comment a big thumbs up so I see it first. I hope you're all having an amazing, amazing week so far, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.